revolution with Jeff Loriman, Kazzer.
We got ourselves a pickup, buddy. Long weekend, party time.
These two guys.
Nobody knows better. It's sucking than my partner.
Oh, nice.
And the man who wrote the book on the 4.6 mod motor, Sean Hyland. This portion of Sports Car Revolution is brought to you by APR and Stasis Engineering, racing to make your Audi better. Our Agent Coronado House control car is still a great car, the same one we started with, but it's beginning to suffer in comparison to the APR car. Faster in every way, it's just really woken up that car. And we're going to continue here, and APR is going to bolt in their big turbo package. Now, it's going to take them some time to do that. The weather here is cold, and frankly, Audi sells most of their cars in the Northwest and the Northeast. And if it snows here today, after the APR guys are done, well, I'm saying bring it on, because that's when you can really begin to sense what all-wheel drive can do. We had an opportunity last year with Agent Coronado House to bring a lot of their customers and cars out on a snow day, and you wouldn't have believed how much everybody respected all-wheel drive after that. In the meantime, we'll keep logging control apps, this little A4. Our Audi A4 Ultra Sport is at the beginning and the end of the day a turbo car. Translated into car guy language, it means don't do this at home. People who mess with turbo cars usually end up in catastrophic bottom-end explosions.
The stock turbocharger is small, and it's a great little unit. It's designed to do what it's supposed to do. But when you go with the larger kit, you go with the 340 horsepower kit, there's a couple things that go into play there. You obviously want drivability and you want power.
With the large turbo upgrades for these kits that tend to generate excessive heat, turn very high RPMs, some very simple precautions can be taken using a synthetic oil, using a good coolant, also allowing the turbocharger to heat up slowly before you wail on it and beat on it on the track. Then also, after you've abused the turbo a while, allow it to cool down slowly before you completely turn the motor off.
You want a clutch that holds the power, holds the torque, but also has drivability like the clutch you took out of the car, a difficult item. So you've got to select, the proper material, you've got to select the proper spring rates in the actual disc itself, the proper rates in the pressure plate itself. So again, there's a whole level of things that go through there, decision-making things, changes that are made before you get the final unit you're happy with.
So now APR has installed their Stage 3 turbo kit. It's a huge compressor, massive intercooler, reprogramming the computer to better utilize the fuel injectors, and it's on its proprietary APR Inconel exhaust manifold. The thing is absolutely hyper now. It's got wheel spin when you take off. You really see the weakness in the tires and brakes now. The brake pedal is on the floor. The car is truly a hypercar now. They're claiming 345 horsepower, and it feels like a lot. It's got a little bit more turbo lag because it's a bigger compressor, but it's actually pretty drivable, and when that boost comes up, it is really mind-numbing. So now the car has all this power, its weaknesses start to show up. The tires and the brakes are some of those.
So at roughly 340 horsepower, we're beginning to overuse some of the other systems in this rather overwhelmed A4. First of all, we use the brake pedal a lot harder. Second of all, we're steering the gearbox around a little bit more. And third, jumping on the throttle just before the apex simply doesn't work anymore. You have to be a little bit more judicious with how and precisely where you open the throttle. In this big, sweeping right-hander, having to lift just a little bit before we exit and then make an upshift, I'd say 120 meters earlier than we would have before. Absolutely brilliant. But you know what? We're using too much brake and way too much body roll. So we'll have to continue with some modifications.